Brixton Metals trades on the TSXV Venture on a BBB, on the OTCQB, BBBXF. This is a shot of our Thorn Project in the Golden Triangle. That's the runway in camp. I will be making some forward-looking statements, so read this safe harbor statement when you can, please. Brixton's 2021 strategy is silver, gold, and copper. We're going to be conducting systematic exploration of our wholly owned projects. We're looking to generate high impact results, grow our silver, gold, copper resources, and advance these projects toward development. One way to do that is we've monetized our one of our projects through attractive JV partnership with HPX, that's Robert Friedland's company. This is our Hog Heaven project in Montana. It's a $44.5 million USD deal over the term of the agreement. And I'll touch on more of that in a little bit here. Here's a quick snapshot of our management and directors. It's a discovery-driven team, record of success. Gary Thompson's the chairman and CEO of Brixton. He's got 27 years experience. Kel Moody's a CFO. He was a CFO of Underworld Resources, which sold to Kinross back in 2009. Christine Anstey's our new VP of Exploration, so we're happy to have her. And I have a background in capital markets and mining as well. And then a good group of directors with some good mine building experience on the team. Here's a look at our share structure. We kind of hover around the 25-cent mark here with 198 million shares outstanding. Puts us around a 49-50 million market cap as it stands. We do have about 40% of our shares kind of locked up in longer term institutional hands. We have 3 billionaires on the board. Eric Sprott, Robert Friedland, and Rob McEwen are our 3 largest shareholders. Management's got a good stake in the game, and then Hecla and US Global in there as well. Brixton started the year with over $9 million in cash, so an excellent treasury position going into the year. This is our 1-year stock chart. We have traded over 50 million shares year to date in 2021, so excellent liquidity of a company of our size. It's about a million and a quarter shares a day on average. And it is Brixton's 10-year anniversary this year, so happy to celebrate that. Here's a quick overview of our 4 project locations here. We have 2 projects in Northwest BC. The Thorn Project is our flagship project in the Golden Triangle. The Hog Heaven Project in Montana, and the LANGIS is in the Cobalt Camp of Ontario. Overview of the Hog Heaven project. It's the one that we have just recently done a deal with HPX on. It was going to be a mine back in the late 80s. There's non-compliant resource of 47 million ounces of silver and 250,000 ounces of gold. But with the market conditions in the early 90s, the bottom fell out of it. But it's a great project, and we're happy to help move it forward here. Here's the terms of the deal, the JV deal on the Hog Heaven project. Brixton gets $500,000 on signing and $4.5 million in cash payments over the 6 years. One way to look at it is Brixton is getting money in the door, which is nice here. So it is essentially our G&A is covered for the next long while. So any new money that is raised on Brixton's behalf is money going into the ground. For HPX in stage 1, they need to spend $15 million to earn 51%. They can elect to spend another $25 million US to get up to 75%. HPX will be the controlling operator on this project, and they're going to be looking to get in there in the summer, fall of this year to start doing some work and targeting some large scale, high grade copper, gold, and silver. A little bit about the LANGIS cobalt project. It's about 500 kilometers north of Toronto in the Cobalt Camp of Ontario. It's a brownfields exploration opportunity. The LANGIS mine has past production of 10.4 million ounces of silver at 25 ounces per ton. The Hudson Bay mine, which is a stone's throw from LANGIS, it's 6.4 million ounces of silver past production at 123 ounces per ton, with a lot of cobalt in there as well. One thing about this project does have excellent infrastructure. There's year-round road access. We've been drilling all year round through the winter. Power, railway, mills, everything you need to build a mine here, which is great. We've done a lot of work with the First Nations. We signed an agreement with them in 2016. And our plan with our current drill campaign is to push this towards maiden 43-101 resource as soon as possible. A little bit about the LANGIS drilling so far. It's tightly spaced drilling, lots of dense drilling here. Some great numbers have come out of this. 2 meters of 5,800 grams silver, including 1.2 of over 11 kilos per ton of silver with some cobalt in there as well. So it's shallow drilling, as you can see in the scale bar there. So it's cheap drilling, which has been great. And we're going to keep pushing this project forward. Some of the native silver coming out of LANGIS, that top left there, that's a grab sample from surface, 6,000 grams per ton silver with 17% cobalt there as well. The middle left there, that's a hole from 2020, 2 meters of 700 grams silver. And then the bottom there, that's 2 meters of over 10 kilos of silver. So nice looking silver in the project. Moving on to the Thorn Project, this is in the Golden Triangle, top left of the triangle there on the screen. It's an easy access project. You can actually, if you leave Vancouver in the morning, you can actually be in camp by lunch. It's a 45-minute flight south from Whitehorse, so easy to get into. It's a 2,600 square kilometer claim block. It's really morphed and expanded in size since we started. We started with about 200 square kilometers of claim, and now we're at 2,600. There's actually good access to the project. If you can see on the little left of our claim block, we have staked land out at Tidewater, so starting to plan ahead for development. And again, we have been very proactive with the First Nations on this project as well. So really a district scale project. I'll walk you through just a little Camp Creek video. This is the Thorn Project in the Golden Triangle. Let's kind of zoom in on the claim block in Northwest BC. As you can see, it's about 2,600 square kilometers in size. And then just by the scale of it, this is where a lot of the work has been done in relation to the rest of the project. So here's it's about a 3-kilometer strike. This is a chargeability. I'm just going to zoom in on this little here, the chargeability model. Yeah, it's about a 4-kilometer long zone. There's some drilling from 2020. That's hole 180, 182, and 181, which I'll touch on in a little bit on the next slide. So lots of drilling in the area. Where we've really found is the deeper we go, we're starting to get into the porphyries. So all drilling going forward here will be deeper drilling. And you can see by the scale bar there, this is say about a 6-kilometer zone of sorts. So there's the alteration footprint of the Thorn Project. The purple line there along there is a 75-kilometer. It's looking like a 75-kilometer mega trend all in the claim block there. That's the Camp Creek in the top left, where we've been doing a lot of our work, all the way down to the bottom right. And you can notice the scale bar there. It's a 20-kilometer scale bar, so very massive project. Some of the drilling of recent here. This was 2020 drilling. The hole 181 at the bottom there, that actually ended. That was 6 meters of 2.2% copper equivalent at the bottom. So the plan this year is to reading that out farther, a few hundred meters deeper, and really test the depths of this thing. The hole on the far right, that's hole 150. That was from 2019. That was 550 meters of 2 grams gold equivalent. That was a hole that brought Eric Sprott into the project. He came in with a $4 million investment. He's around about a 13% shareholder of Brixton now, but that was the hole that kicked us off back in 2019, and we're happy to have him as a shareholder. You can't really see the numbers on the graph on the bottom left there, but you can see the grades are increasing at depth, so that's going to be the plan of 2021 here to keep expanding. This is one of the Outlaw gold target. This is a shallower target. You can see it's a 600-meter length there of the project. It is quite shallow. It's all around kind of the 1 gram per ton mark. So the plan is to do some more drilling here and start get on towards building a 4311 resource here as soon as possible. So we're going to be doing something of that in 2021 as well. This is the METLA target. This was a 2020 acquisition. It ties in nicely the 70-kilometer trend in the project. You can see by the map on the top right, it was crucial or elemental in tying in the center of the claim block. And we are happy to have that. We're going to be doing some drilling in 2021 here as well. The rock in the bottom right, that was actually a grab sample from the project this last year. So in summary, we have a diversified precious and base metal portfolio in low risk jurisdictions. We're in Canada and the US, so great jurisdiction. Strong shareholder base, management's got skin in the game, 3 billionaires on the board, Rob McEwen, Eric Sprott, and Robert Friedland. We have multiple drill-ready targets with upside for resource expansion going into 2021. With Brixton, you have exposure to over 3,700 square kilometers of combined mineral claim holdings. And we have plenty of upside through our partner-funded exploration at Hog Heaven in Montana. That's the HPX Robert Friedland deal in Montana. So that's the end of the presentation. I appreciate your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have.